Welcome to A Vibe Above, your space for deep healing, vibrant energy, and powerful transformation. Here, we explore holistic wellness, sound healing, mindset shifts, and the path to your future self. Every episode is designed to help you tap into the wisdom of your body, elevate your energy, and expand into the version of you that feels fully aligned. Through ancient practices, modern insights, and grounded guidance, you'll uncover the tools that create lasting change, inside and out. You're here to rise, to heal, and to step boldly into the life that's waiting for you. So let's dive in. Welcome back to A Vibe Above. I'm your host, Dawn Ranieri, and I'm excited to have you here today. So first, take a breath with me. Slowly in through your nose, and a long, releasing exhale through the mouth. The world rarely pauses for us, but that doesn't mean we can't pause for ourselves. Sometimes the most powerful move you can make is to stop. To stop chasing, fixing, and proving. To stand still long enough to hear what's underneath all the motion. This episode is called The Wisdom in the Pause, an exploration of what really happens when you slow down. We'll move through 3 layers. First, the addiction to motion. Then, the pause as gateway. And finally, energetic spaciousness with making room for wisdom. We'll end with a guided embodiment practice to integrate everything you feel and learn today. So wherever you are, soften your shoulders, unclench that jaw, and let's begin. We've been taught that movement equals meaning. That to be valuable, we must always be doing. Biologically, it makes sense. Every task completed gives the brain a tiny hit of dopamine. The nervous system mistakes that buzz for safety. So we keep moving through those emails, errands, those endless plans, because stillness feels risky. But constant motion isn't momentum, it's fragmentation. Your body might be in one place, but your energy is spreading in 5 directions. That's where exhaustion hides. Not in the effort, but in the disconnection. When the nervous system never exits that go mode, cortisol keeps dripping, your sleep goes shallow, and intuition, that quiet inner compass, gets muffled by static. We scroll, talk, consume, and call it life. Underneath, we're afraid of silence because silence reveals the truth. If I stop, I might have to feel. If I rest, I might realize something isn't aligned. Yet the clarity we crave lives only in the slowdown. Turbulent water distorts reflection. Still water reveals it. This addiction shows up in sneaky ways. The hustling professional who can't take a weekend off. The spiritual seeker, hopping from one activation to the next without integration. The parent, who feels every moment so they never have to ask, who am I when I'm not caring for others? Motion itself isn't wrong, because energy wants to move. But motion driven by fear drains the field. There's a frequency difference between aligned action and anxious motion. Aligned action feels clean and grounded. Anxious motion feels buzzy, brittle, and uncentered. When you live as a frequency being, and you do, constant movement without rest lowers vibration. Information comes in faster than you can metabolize it. The field becomes inflamed. That's when you feel foggy, reactive, and strangely disconnected from the things you should enjoy. Healing begins with awareness. Notice the micro movements, the impulse to check your phone between breaths, the rush to fill every gap with sound. Each is data showing where your body still believes that stillness is unsafe. As you witness these patterns without judgment, you re-educate your system. Safety isn't speed, it's self-trust. When the body feels safe, the mind quiets. And when the mind quiets, guidance gets through again. There's a moment between inhale and exhale where everything stops. That is the pause, tiny yet infinite. Most of us rush through it. But the pause isn't absence, it's threshold. The doorway between what was and what's coming. Your ego hates this place. It wants certainty, next steps, labels. Your higher self whispers, wait, let truth surface. The pause is a gestational space, like the soil cradling a seed. You can't see the growth, but transformation is still happening underground. Nature models this rhythm constantly, with expansion, contraction, and rest. Every heartbeat pauses before it beats again. Creation itself depends on that rhythm. But we humans try to live in endless summer, always producing, always blooming. Then we wonder why we burn out. When you honor the pause, you return to nature's intelligence. Psychologically, something remarkable occurs. As you're slowing your breathing, the vagus nerve signals safety. Your parasympathetic system engages. Cortisol drops. Intuition sharpens. It's your biology saying, we're safe to receive again. That's why I call the pause a gateway. The bridge between reaction and response, between chaos and coherence. Inside it, your energetic field reorganizes. Confusion starts to dissolve. Wisdom becomes audible. You realize insight doesn't come from thinking harder, but from listening deeper. When life forces a pause, business slows, Plans fall through, doors close. It's easy to label it as stuck. But perhaps you're not blocked. Maybe you're being initiated. The universe is recalibrating your soil for stronger roots. So rather than resisting, try reverence. Ask, what unseen alignment is forming? What lesson is asking to be heard? What if this pause isn't the void, but the womb of my next creation? When you learn to dwell here without panic, you step out of survival timelines and into creative timelines. You stop forcing clarity and start becoming clarity. Energy is breath. If you never exhale, the next inhale has nowhere to go. Most of us live like that, energetically holding our breath, clinging to roles, plans, and old versions of ourselves. No wonder there's no room for inspiration to land. Energetic spaciousness is conscious exhalation. It's the practice of clearing internal clutter so your field can hold more light, more truth, more abundance. Science meets spirit here. When the brain's default mood network activates during rest, neurons form new connections. That's creativity being born. You can't force insight. You have to make room for it. That's why ideas visit you in the shower, on a walk, or during meditation. Your system finally has the bandwidth to accept it. Energetically, it's identical. A cluttered field scatters light. When you clear it through your breath, nature, sound, stillness, light begins to circulate smoothly. Coherence returns. Creating space starts with curation. Ask yourself, what drains me? What nourishes me? What environments tighten my breath? And which expand it? Everything you engage with, people, media, your thoughts, they all have frequency. Choose frequencies that harmonize with your future, not your fear. And clearing isn't always dramatic. Sometimes it's a small act of gentleness, like pausing after a conversation to reset, breathing before you reply to a message, or giving yourself permission to do one thing well instead of 5 halfway. Spaciousness is leadership of your energy field. When you're spacious, intuition doesn't need to shout. Abundance doesn't need to be chased. There's simply room for them. Feel this truth. The universe fills every vacuum with matching vibration. When you empty what's outdated, the new enters effortlessly. That's not magic. It's physics wrapped in grace. So let's do a short embodiment practice. Wherever you are, let's integrate everything we've explored. Close your eyes if you can, and please do not do this while driving. And cross your legs. Let your shoulders begin to melt. Inhale slowly through your nose, and exhale slowly through your mouth, clearing the residue of rush. Let's do that again. Inhale light. Exhale tension. One more time. Inhale clarity. And exhale spaciousness. Now bring your awareness to your heart. Imagine a warm light expanding from its center, glowing outward with each breath. Every inhale brightens it. Every exhale widens your field. Now feel your feet grounding into the earth. Roots of energy extend downward, anchoring you in safety and support. Let anything heavy, regardless if it's stress, judgment, or any noise, drain through those roots. Above you, sense a stream of golden white light pouring gently into your crown, which is the top of your head, and filling your entire body with peace. Let that light meet the grounding energy from below, harmonizing heaven and earth within you. And simply repeat, I am safe to pause. I am open to wisdom that arrives in stillness. My worth is not measured by speed or output. I honor the space between what was and what's becoming. I move with clarity, coherence, and calm power. Feel those frequencies settle. Notice how your field feels clearer, more luminous, more you. This is energetic spaciousness. Centered, grounded, receptive. It's not empty, but it is available. Take one final breath in and exhale completely. Let everything soften. You are here. You are whole. You are ready for what's next because you've remembered how to meet it from stillness. When you open your eyes, see the world through that new spacious lens. Move slower, listen deeper, respond without reacting. This is the wisdom in the pause, your most powerful frequency reset. Until next time, my friends, stay present, Stay centered and keep rising above. Many blessings.